Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a book haul. I have a huge pile of books on my lap right now. These are books that I've been hauling over the last couple of months. Some have been at the used bookstore, some at the actual local bookstore that's near me. And one of them was actually a gift, and I'm going to start with that one because I actually was sent this book months and months ago, and it's Someone Knows My Name by Lawrence Hill. And this book is one that Lisa from Liken Books here on BookTube, I'll have her channel linked down below. She read it, and I think she knew it was kind of on my radar, and she was so nice to just send it to me. So now I have it on my shelves, and I think I just shelved it as soon as I got it and forgot about it. So I want to talk about it here. This is basically a story of a free African woman who is kidnapped and sold into slavery, and it's kind of her journey, kind of fighting oppression and being a slave, and it like spans decades. So I've heard a lot of great things about this book, and so I couldn't wait to get my hands on it, and then I just let it sit on my shelf. So I really need to pick this one up pretty soon because like I said, I've heard great things about this one. The next book that I have here is another book by Erik Larson, and that's Dead Wake. I actually hauled another book by him, The Devil in the White City, in my last haul, and I have yet to read either of these. But I've heard so much about Erik Larson and how he's just this great nonfiction author, so when I do see it at my used bookstore, I just pick anything that I see that's by him. This one is about the last crossing of the Lusitania, which I know is the ship that I believe sank, so I'm really interested in him and would like to get to one of the two books that I have on my shelves pretty soon. The next one that I have here, I also picked up on my used bookstore, and that's The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I have yet to read this book, but I've been recommended this book like 5 times now, and I just haven't picked it up yet, so I'm very happy to have this great edition. It's practically new, and I only got it for a couple bucks. So I'm pretty excited to have this one on my shelves finally. And then the next 3 books that I'm going to talk about, I actually got from thriftbooks.com, which is a site that I didn't know about, but basically they have very low shipping, and you can have access to like a million used books. And so I wanted to try them and see what kind of quality the books were, and what kind of books they had on there. And I was pleasantly surprised. The one book that I got was The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. This one I was kind of disappointed by. It said the condition was very good, and to me this is not very good. I'm not really a fan of it, but I did only pay like $3 for it, so I can't really complain. I'm just being picky. But I picked this up because I loved when I read The Handmaid's Tale a couple months ago, and I knew I wanted it on my shelves. The next one that I have here is Brave Companions by David McCullough. I love David McCullough. He is a historical nonfiction author, and this particular book is basically him writing about different profiles of important figures in history that he feels are important figures in history, and I just love his writing style. I love how he tackles history and biographies, and so I'm very interested in this book. This was a acceptable condition, and I was pleasantly surprised. As you can see, it looks pretty nice. There's like a little bend here in the corner, but nothing too crazy. The spine looks nice. So I think I paid $4 for this, and I was really happy because it's not in my local library, and it's very hard to find this book in my local bookstore. So I was really happy to have it on my shelves, and I hope to get to this one soon. And then I went back to my local used bookstore, and I got The Good Nurse by Charles Graeber, I think is his name. And I actually picked this book up because one of the podcasts that I listen to is about true crime, and this author was interviewed for one of those podcasts, and he talked about this book and about The Good Nurse. This is basically the true story of a nurse, a male nurse, who killed a lot of patients. I read the first 2 pages of this, and I really liked how it was written. It kind of reads like just your typical fiction, mystery, or thriller, and so I think it's going to be a lot of fun to read. Well, not really fun, but for me, I love true crime, and I love cases about, murder cases, disappearing cases. I'm into all of that, so I'm pretty excited about this, and I might read this for October because I think it's going to be really creepy, and I'm probably going to be really paranoid about going to any hospital, but the interview was just so great, and the case just sounds so compelling that I can't wait to read it. So we'll see what I think of it when I get to it. I also picked up Drowned by Junot Diaz. This is his short story collection. I've heard good things and not so good things, so we'll see what I think of it. I'm hoping that I'll be able to tackle this one for Hispanic Heritage Month, but we'll see if my schedule allows. But in any case, I at least have it on my shelf. And I do want to get to it eventually. The next one that I have here is just a beautiful edition of Pride and Prejudice. I got this at Barnes & Noble and it was only like 10 bucks. It kind of has like a soft cloth bound kind of feel to it. It's very silky, but I just love the spine and I love the lettering and the color and all of it, and I couldn't pass it up. They have other editions too. I saw one, I think, of Sense and Sensibility that I think is green, and they have some other cute editions as well, but I just allowed myself to buy this one because I just thought it was so pretty. The last two books that I want to talk about are comic books. The first one is Nailbiter Volume 1. I just love this cover and I love the artwork. I flipped through it when I was in the comic book shop and I just can't wait to get to it. I'm going to be reading this one in October. And then I picked up Descender Volume 2 because I love Descender Volume 1 so much. This is, again, some of my favorite type of art when it comes to comic books. It's kind of like watercolor and just beautiful. I just love flipping through this, and yeah, and I love this story. I really enjoyed the first one, and so I just knew that as soon as the second one came out that I wanted to read it. So I hope to get to this one pretty soon. So those are all of the books that I've hauled recently. I haven't been reading much, but for some reason I've been wanting to be at my local bookstore and just be around books, and so while I'm there I end up doing a lot of damage. But I'm pretty excited about all of these and I can't wait to get to them eventually. Let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these and you love them, or if you've used thrift books in the past and you've had good experiences on there or not so good experiences, because I really want to make another order there, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.